Hello?
Hey, Sarge, I think I got one.
Where you at?
Washington Examiner did a ride-along with Florida Highway Patrol, where we got to see firsthand the process of apprehending people who are in the country illegally.
Okay, so we're pulling up on a traffic stop here. I don't know what the reason for the stop is as of yet, but we will find out in a minute. And if he thinks he has some suspected possibly illegals. In the front right there doesn't have an ID. He said this is his name, and he's telling us that he's only 15 years old. 15? Yeah. And I asked him where his family was, and he said they're still in Guatemala. And it's, I don't know, it seems kind of weird that you'd be 15 years old and be here. And then this guy's the one driving the car with the cap on, and that's who you got in your hand.
We're just 10 minutes into our ride along with state troopers, and just behind us they pulled over a van for making an illegal turn. And what they found as part of the 287G program, they're allowed to ask questions about the driver and passenger's immigration status, is that the three people behind us appear to be in the country unlawfully. And so now Border Patrol officials are arriving on the scene to look up that information and see if in fact they are unlawfully present and can be deported by the Trump administration.
The passenger, the juvenile, he had someone send him a photo picture of his paperwork, and he is a released juvenile. He was caught in Arizona, went through the court system, and when they released him here to Florida because he has a family member here. So he's been released to that family member, and he has pending court dates to determine his status. And the other two, the gentleman that didn't have a seatbelt on and the driver of the vehicle, even though he had a temporary Florida license and a work permit card, they're taking him over. I guess there's something, either they're going to be doing more checking on it to see if there's something else in the system that they're not seeing, or he's eligible for deportation.
When are they going to start holding the employers accountable, ladies and gentlemen? When? When are they going to start charging the business owners who hire these illegal employees, these illegal workers? Yeah, I mean, look the other way. They always act surprised when everything goes wrong. But let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. If an American citizen did half of what is being described here, they would be handcuffed right before sunset. Right before sunset.
287G authority allows me the access to go beyond just the basic traffic stop and identifying somebody just by a license to see if they're licensed to drive a car, and ask people, are you lawfully here in the United States? And determine whether or not that they, obviously if they tell us, no, I'm not legally to be here, then we'll get their ID, get their name, get their information, call Border Patrol, verify everything, make sure that they're being truthful with us, telling us the truth. And then if Border Patrol says, yeah, no, that person's here legally, they've already been deported, or they have not reported, bring them over to the station. They'll fingerprint them, verify their information, make sure they give us the correct information, and if it comes out that they're an illegal alien, then Border Patrol will take over and deport them. Oh, this is our commercial vehicle, guys. What was the reason for the stop? Okay, gotcha. And you can see all the bushes and the leaves that are hanging out the side there. So there could be more load back there that's not secure. And that's another reason for the stop. The trooper up there in that Tahoe, he stopped his work truck here, and there was 3 individuals inside the truck. All 3 of them are here illegally. The driver that was driving the truck actually does not have a driver's license, and his privilege to operate a motor vehicle in Florida has been previously suspended. So not only is he driving without a license, he's also driving under suspension as well. That's a criminal charge. It's a misdemeanor for knowingly operating a vehicle while your license is suspended. So he could be taken to jail, but due to the fact that Border Patrol has said, no, we'll take him because he's here unlawfully, go ahead and bring him over. He's gonna be issued the notice to appear that I told you about earlier. He'll be issued a citation with a court date on it. If he should get released, he'll have to come back to the criminal court for the Florida state violation. What was the reason for your stop?
The tailgate was swinging open.
Oh, okay.
And I has a learner's license.
Right.
There was nobody.
Oh, nobody in the truck with him?
Well, she was, but she's got a learner's license too.
Oh, okay.
And I ran it through and said take it.
Okay. So it is only an infraction for the driver's license part, but having the door open like that, swinging in the traffic, then that could be a safety hazard. I mean, imagine if he's driving down the 2-lane road and a truck's passing by and that tailgate opens up and smacks the driver in the windshield of the car. What are you going to do then? So that was the reason for the stop. He called his family immediately and the family was able to jump in the car and they all drove over here.
And I'm even shocked that a guy was driving a commercial vehicle without a license. Those business owners, they should be fined. This shouldn't be acceptable. It shouldn't be. If you're sending someone out in a company vehicle with no proper license or even insurance, that's not just reckless, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. Literally. And we got people on the road who don't know our laws, who don't have insurance, and if there is an accident, guess who ends up paying for it? Guess who ends up paying for it? It's me and you. It's me and you. Every legal, law-abiding driver trying to keep their rates down. It's crazy, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we visit him?
No, once he goes inside the Border Patrol station, there's no access there. They pull for the heartstrings. Well, let's all go show up and cry and make it a big scene, and maybe the troopers will let them go. He is here illegally, and he has no license. Well, he has a learner's license. He called Border Patrol to confirm the information, and Border Patrol said, no, bring him over. We have documentation on him that they're probably going to deport him. Let's see what he's got going on. All right, cool. What'd you stop him for? Texting? Oh, come on, man. There's no license? Oh, jeez. All right. So are you guys familiar with the cards that we get presented? It's an identification consular card, and it's a consular ID. Okay, so what this is supposed to be is that he's a Guatemalan, and this is supposed to be a representation of his information from Guatemala. Last time I checked, there's no Florida in Guatemala. They charge them money, and they'll make money off of these and sell it to them. It's not a legal form of ID.
Yeah.
I guess that maybe they'll use it to get like checks cashed or something of that nature, but it's not a proper legal form of identification. They already got a tow truck coming?
Yes, sir.
Did you let them know you're back here so they can find you?
Yep.
Okay. Are you gonna run them over?
Yeah.
All right, if you're good to go.
Thank you, sir.
I'll wait, no worries. But they have to be processed in somewhere.
Yeah.
And my understanding is Alligator Alcatraz is, I was talking to a gentleman that was working down there this morning. He said that they've got like 400 people there now, 400 illegals, but they're expected to have up to almost 1,000 by the end of the week. We've got towing that's coming for it. And then once they get here, we'll turn the vehicle over to them. He's here illegal and he was texting and driving, so I don't know if it's registered to him or not, but keys are on the hood, and now she's all yours. They'll tow it out of here and we're done. See that pickup truck that just passed by right there? That's huge. So he's like a black box on wheels.
You're saying this truck because of his tent?
Yep. Can you see in there?
No.
I call it cop killer tent. So I'll run his tag. So that tent's so dark that you can't see inside that vehicle at all. So there could be 5 or 6 people inside that car. It's registered to a female. So I'm gonna stop the car. You guys stay in the vehicle, and then I'll do the siren, just so that way it meets the statute. If he was to run, he's fleeing and eluding.
You know, one viewer even said that they got hit by someone who was driving a vehicle with the license from Argentina with no registration whatsoever, expired insurance, and the cops, they just let it slide. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen? And meanwhile, if you or I forgot to renew a tag, or we had a tail light out, will be in front of a judge next week. We'll be in front of a judge. Literally. There is a double standard. And it's become impossible to ignore. There's literally a double standard. And since 2020, it exploded. And instead of fixing it, some leaders, they pretend it's not even happening. They deny it.
Your buddy got me on Sunday.
Get out, really?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Do you have your insurance for the car?
I do, it's in there.
Sure, go ahead. Is your mom's truck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What, y'all just like truck ladies or what?
Yeah. We used to live out in the farms. We're
Oh, did
horse,
you?
we're
Oh,
horse
okay.
girls.
Oh, okay, gotcha, all right.
So she's a U.S. citizen?
Yes, based on all of this, she was born here. She said she was, they lived out in the farms, the acreage. Her and her mom are horse people. She said that she just got stopped on Sunday for the same thing.
Did she say why it's tinted so dark?
Nope, I didn't. I don't usually ask them why they tint them. They always use the same excuse. It's Florida.
Drugs and I'm trying to hide stuff.
Yeah, exactly. No, they say because it's Florida and it's so hot here, I want to be cool in my car. So what I will do is I'm going to issue her a citation for the front windshield. I'll give her a warning on the back ones and also talk to her and educate her about the secured load. Because it is below the truck bed, but the problem is it could get blown out. Yeah. Or if the truck was involved in an accident and tipped over, then the load comes out. I did issue you one citation for the front windshield. Okay. Make sure you try to get those changed up or lightened. I gave you a warning for the side windows and for the load covering back in the back. And see, the funniest part about having the tint that I have, she probably doesn't even know you guys are back here.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought there was window tint on the truck, but there isn't. But because of the freaking passengers not listening, getting in and out of the truck 3 or 4 times not listening, I wasn't able to confirm it until just now.
Actually, they do have 3 illegals that they're taking with them right now to the Border Patrol station.
Wow.
So if they had stayed in the back of the truck, he wouldn't have even known they were there.
Yeah.
Because, and then once he tested the window, oh, the window's legal, you're good to go, and you'd have been on their way. He has no reason to check beyond the stop for that.
Yeah.
But because they kept jumping out, and when they tried to jump out, hey, get back in the truck, shut the door, get back in the truck. And they refused to obey his commands of getting back in the truck and staying in the truck. He had to call for a backup trooper, which the backup trooper got here, and they took him into custody. Now they checked the 3 of them, and they're all illegal.
Wow.
They're all wanted by Border Patrol. So one of them was the driver. They're obviously driving it here to unload the truck. They're probably bringing a shipment here to this company. But see, that's the thing. If they had followed commands and just simply stayed in the truck, they probably wouldn't be where they're at now. See it on that side. See it? It says AS1. Yeah, you only do the strip like this. You can't do here. No tint here. Okay? All right. Okay, hang tight a second, okay? So she is from Colombia, and she has a temporary driver's license. She has an employment authorization card, but a lot of them have had, see, it says not valid for entry.
Yeah.
So the only way to verify it is you have to call immigrations and verify whether or not she's here legally or not. See, I told you, I scared her. She saw my vehicle, and she got so scared that she stopped in the roadway when she didn't need to. Now, somebody wasn't paying attention. We could have rear-ended her, yeah.
One thing that I really also, that I really noticed here is how come the police officers were or are in this video. No screaming, no chaos, no drama, just professional officers doing their job with respect. That is amazing. That's amazing. And that's what law enforcement should look like. That's what law enforcement should look like. Yeah. And I also think that this is real journalism that we are seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. Real journalism. And because you can literally feel it that Americans, they are starving for truth. They are starving for truth. We are tired of media spin and politicians who play word games. They play word games while regular folks got to do with the consequences. You see?
Hispanic female who has a valid Class C operator license.
See, and it says here when we run it through the computer system, driver is not a U.S. citizen. So I sent him the picture. He's going to check her to see if she's here legally or not. And then in the meantime, because I've created a traffic stop, what I'll do is I'll add her car and add her to it. And then if he says, no, we don't want her, then I can do an incident report to still document that we stopped somebody, but that she's here legally or she's here lawfully. Let's see if I could head over this way. I can cancel them if I don't need them. So I've got another unit coming over this way just in case, because they're checking her through the immigration stuff, but just in case if they say, yeah, go ahead and bring her over, then I can't transport. Yeah. So I've got him coming over so that way he can transport for it. Like you said, her work visa says it's valid until July 2029. She just got it in 2024. And her license is good until 2029.
Usually work visas only last for 2 years at a time.
But I do know that if you have the work visa, then the driver's license expires the same time your work visa expires. It's always better off to check and see than, I guess maybe these things are easy to be forged. Bring her in.
Really? Oh. But they won't say why?
He didn't say. We just ask if they want them or don't want them. Wow. Immigrations and ICE and Border Patrol, they all have different computer systems. Yeah. And we took a guy over there one day. They checked him in their computers and said, no, bring him over. But then when they got him there and ran his fingerprints and ran him through all 3 systems that they have, they found him. And they were able to determine that he was there lawfully. So they just released him out the front door. Wow. They released him there. But the problem is if you don't carry your documents, if you don't have the paperwork with you, which they risk the chance of losing the paperwork, so they leave it at home. Yes. You live right here? Yes. Do you have someone that can drive your car? Yes. Yeah, okay. Come out here.
She applied for asylum, but I mean, she's in the process.
Okay, well, but and check the information that they have there, and he said to bring her in.
She wants to know what's going to happen.
Well, that's why I was asking her, does she have somebody that can come pick the car up? So she's advising us that she's on asylum status. So without them taking her to the Border Patrol station and verifying her information, she's actually got somebody on their way here now to bring her documents. And once they get those documents, he's going to go ahead and run her over to the Border Patrol station. And he said the last one that he had that was like that, in that status, within about an hour and a half, they were released from the Border Patrol station. So she'll probably get released in a little bit. We've got somebody coming to get the car, so we're not causing her extra money by paying for the car tow and all that stuff. So we're trying to accommodate as much as possible if we can. So I asked him, I said, is she deportable? And he said yes. So obviously they do have a record of her, and she's either not shown up for a court, or she's not shown up for an immigration hearing, or she's not done something. So he's saying that she's deportable.
This is kind of a nation that America voted for. What we are seeing. This is what America voted for. Yeah. And we are living with the results of choices made by people with compassion. But some, they deliver chaos. It's crazy, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, whether we may disagree on certain things, one thing that we pretty much all of us, whether you are a Democrat, whether you are a Republican, one thing that everybody agrees on is that every country on earth has border laws. Every country on earth, they have border laws, and they actually enforce them, those border laws. You see? But if an American had one DUI from like 30 years ago, Canada wouldn't even let them in, even if it's just for a fishing trip. They wouldn't do that. But in America, here in America, when people drive trucks with no insurances, no licenses, no accountability, we are called mean for it. If we question it, can you imagine? It's terrible, right? It's crazy. I think that arresting the drivers is one thing, yeah, but until we also start arresting the business owners, those employers who make this system profitable, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. Yeah, nothing. And I also gotta say, strong work to the Florida troopers. Thank you for showing us how things are done legally, because this is the kind of fair professional policing we need everywhere. We need this everywhere. That's the balance that America has been missing. Fairness and firmness. Fairness and firmness. And we can be compassionate without being foolish. You see? Yeah. Obviously, America can welcome people. Obviously. But not at the expense of its own citizens. No. Not at the expense of its own citizens or even safety and sanity. You see? Yeah. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, that's my daily dose of sanity for today. Let me know in the comments section, who do you think should be held accountable or responsible first? Is it the illegal drivers or the people who are employing these workers, who are enabling this whole thing to even happen in the first place? Well, folks, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and if you haven't done so already, also turn the notification bell so that you don't get to miss any of the next daily dose of sanity. I will see you next time. Click on the next video.